In his letter, Charlie talked about Berkshire's insurance success, quote, being so astoundingly large that I believe that Buffett would now fail to recreate it if he returned to a small base while retaining his smarts and regaining his youth. So, what do you think are the conditions in the insurance industry today that would inhibit a repeat of that performance?
Well, I had many pieces of luck, but I had three extraordinary pieces of luck in terms of the insurance business. One was when I was 20 years old, having a fellow on a Saturday, a fellow named Lorimer Davidson, be willing to spend 4 hours with some 20-year-old kid who he never heard of before, explain the insurance business to him. So I received an education at age 20 that I couldn't have gotten at any business school in the United States. And that was just pure luck. I mean, I just happened to go to Washington. I had no idea I would run into him. I had no idea whether he would talk to me. And he spent 4 hours with me. So just chalk that one up, the chances of that happening again. In 1967, I got lucky again when Jack Ringwald, who for about 5 minutes every year wanted to sell his company because he would get mad about something. Some claim had come in that he didn't like or something of the sort. And I told my friend Charlie Hyder, I said, next time Jack is in the mood, be sure and get him to my office. And Charlie got him up there one day, and we bought National Indemnity. We couldn't have done that. We not only couldn't have done that a day later, we couldn't have done it an hour later. But it just, and that was lucky. And then I really got lucky in the mid-'80s when, on a Saturday, some guy came in the office and he said, I've never worked in the insurance business, but maybe I can do you some good. And that was Ajit Jain. And how lucky can you get? So if you ask me whether we could pull off a trifecta like that again in the future, I'd say the odds are very much against it. But the whole thing in business is being open to ideas as they come along, and insurance happened to be something that I could understand. I mean, that was in my sweet spot. If Lorimer Davidson had talked to me about some other business, it wouldn't have done any good. But it just so happened he hit a chord with me on that and explaining it. I could understand what he was talking about, and I could understand what National Indemnity was when Jack had it for sale. And there's an awful lot of accident in life, but if you keep yourself open to having good accidents happen and kind of get past the bad accidents, some good things will happen. Might not happen in insurance, can happen in some other field. Probably would happen in some other field if you were to start in today. So no, you couldn't expect to have three lucky events like that happen, and there were many more along the way. But I think if we were starting over again, we'd find something else to do. What about it, Charlie?
Yeah, but I don't think we would have that kind of success. Mostly we've bought wonderful businesses and nourished them, but the reinsurance division was just created out of whole cloth right here in Omaha, and it's a huge business. Insurance has been different for us.